Our Volkswagen Tiguan is here. It's the 2 litre diesel. Comes with Volkswagen history. I'd say it's part, but it's had about 5 Volkswagen services. Last serviced at 74,288 miles in January 2025. So we will certainly provide a new service prior to collection. Got the front radiator grille with the chrome trim just on the outside. Some really nice spec throughout. So it's got the 18-inch alloys, Patagonia style, bi-coloured and machine cut. It's got chrome as well and black. The mirrors are power folding, electronically adjustable and heated. Comes equipped with a rear privacy glass. Got some nice quality of life features inside, but I'll show you that when we start the car up. It'll be easier to show and rather than explain. Get some tables on the Tiguan's. Make it quite a nice family car. A USB port in the back and options for adjusting your climate in the back as well. It's great for long journeys. It's got Park Pilot with front and rear parking sensors. Plentiful in boot space. I think the key thing to note with the Tiguan's and how Volkswagen SUVs operate is the Taygo is the smallest, typically a 1 litre engine, and the T-Roc are a little bit bigger, but certainly smaller than the Tiguan. Can get the 2 litres as well on the T-Rocs. Sometimes they do have a smaller engine, and then the Tiguan's a little bit bigger, and the Touareg is the biggest one of the group of petrol and diesel Volkswagen SUVs. Going to show you the startup now and features inside. Okay, so Titan Silver decorative inserts, which I think look great. Nice solid startup. By the way, AdBlue, basically it's a solution you put into or next to the diesel to ensure that the car is ULEZ compliant. It's got 900 miles left, but I think it's wise for us to put some in at service, so don't worry, we'll do that. And then basically you won't have to fill it up for X amount of miles. So it is nice and easy to fill up, but it's also to be expected at service, I think. That little orange light isn't a fault, by the way. That's just notifying you that adaptive cruise control lane keeping assist is on. And what adaptive cruise control is it's a massive enhancement of cruise control. In my opinion, cruise control is a devoid feature in the UK because how often are you going at the same speed? You're constantly changing, there's constantly traffic or roads slowing down or closures, roadworks. You're never going at the same speed on the motorway. So adaptive will adapt it to the car in front of you. So it's got a bit of brake assist there, and it will keep your speed relevant to the car in front of you. So it takes away a bit of the not necessarily concentration. You still definitely need to concentrate. It takes a bit of the effort away from driving, but far superior to just regular cruise control. And it's in a lot more modern cars as an extra feature, basically. You have got lane keeping assist as well, of course. And it's all operated here. Adaptive cruise control is that button right there. Here is just for a few options on your dashboard. So for example, you can see what song you're playing, you can see vehicle status, driving data. You can operate the assist systems if you want to. You can answer calls right here, and voice commands are operated here. If you just want to change your song, just there. The lights are automatic. Right here is how you operate your mirrors. So they will fold in automatically when you lock the car on this setting. You can get them to fold in manually as well, should you wish to. Or not manually, sorry, so that you can operate it. And then the heating function is right there. Okay, so VW After 2016, they massively upgraded their infotainment system. Huge upgrade. I used to have a Tiguan, 13-plate automatic one, and it had a tiny little system. The screen quality wasn't as good. If there was any bit of brightness, you could barely see it. It wasn't the best. However, it was great at the time. But they've upgraded it now, so a bigger infotainment system with a bit more of an intuitive display. Park Pilot is a huge upgrade. So you actually get a visualization of how far you are to cars rather than just 3 dots. You get a better scripture of how far you are, and I think it's great. The right here is the electric parking brake and auto hold function. So auto hold will essentially, if you press that down and put your foot on the brake, it will hold you on a junction to make life a little bit easier rather than having your foot on the brake the whole time. The electric parking brake is equipped with auto disengage, which is a massive feature. It basically means that if you put your car into drive and you start driving, it will automatically release, as opposed to having to put your finger on it, putting it back up. It becomes a little bit annoying when you're driving a car doing that constantly. So I think it's a massive feature. To be honest, it's mainly a big feature on manual cars because there's so many more things you need to do when you're driving. But still great on autos, makes driving a bit easier. Start stop's turned off and on here, and your parking sensors turned off and on here as well. Okay, so FM, AM, and DAB radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and MirrorLink are all plugged in right down there. So you've got 3 USBs in the car in total, 1 in the back, 2 in the front. Apple CarPlay will give you access to a variety of apps, calls, texts, and maps as well. So makes it a little bit easier. It does have a traditional sat nav. The cost of that is the car is 9 years old, and there's so many new roads and roadworks and things going on the roads in the UK. You kind of want to have live maps when you're going on long journeys, because I mean, I've got Apple CarPlay in my car, and I drove up to Nottingham a couple of weeks ago and there was a collision, and it simply said to me, do you want me to find a faster route? I didn't even have to touch the entertainment system. I just used Siri and said yes, and that just saved me so much time and hassle without having to worry too much. That's pretty much it for the infotainment screen. You've got dual air conditioning. Oh, it's got heated seats as well, which I think is a nice feature. Not as relevant in this time of year, but still, albeit a good feature for the winter. I think given the miles of the car, the condition of it's really nice. To be honest, we've had a ton of people before say, oh, do you have an automatic Tiguan in? And I've had to say no so many times. Well, now we've got one, and I can almost guarantee that now we've got one that's exactly what loads of people have asked for. We probably won't sell it for a while, because that's always what happens in car sales. But I'm pretty positive with this one. It'll be a popular car. A lot of people like the autos and the DSG gearbox. I think I've covered most things though. You may have some questions, or you may want to pop down and take the car for a drive yourself. Should you do, please feel free to give us a call. We're a family-run business, been operating for 25 years, and we'd love to see you down there.